Professor. You've seen him in nearly every Miles of Magic video. But what do we really know about him? Who is this real person beneath the cap and behind the glasses? And what is his name? I'm Max Stab reporting live, and today we'll be hearing from the Professor himself to see what we can find out about this mysterious gentleman who's helped out in the majority of Miles of Magic's videos these past years.
Thank you, Mac. It's great to be here.
During our research, we interviewed many of the Professor's friends to gain information about their relationships with him. We asked him about their first impressions of the Professor, when they first met him, their favorite quality of the Professor, and what they thought his name was. We showed these interviews to the Professor himself so he could provide us with more information, mostly to see if he would reveal his actual name.
Okay, this sounds like fun. Let's do it.
I actually went to high school with the Professor, and he got bullied quite a lot. He was called a loser, a nerd. But I didn't do that. Not me, no. I saw potential in him. And look at him now. He's a professor. The curious thing is that he didn't really, talk much, or, his name, he never said his name. The role didn't have his name. It was quite weird. But he was a very smart man. He loved to get into a good book and read up on anything and everything. I swear I saw him read a dictionary once at recess or something. But if I were to guess what his name is, I'd probably say Conrad. He looks a lot like a Conrad. That's just my personal opinion. It could totally be something different, like Malcolm or Eric or something, but I believe it's Conrad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty true. Adventure Son was one of my few friends at high school, and he actually helped me get through some hard times. And he is right. I did read a dictionary at one point. I'm just Anathosaurus. What can I say? I love books.
So the very first time I saw the Professor, he was wandering around campus, and I couldn't figure out what he was doing at first, but it turns out he was actually gluing googly eyes to all of the monuments on campus. Now, he's going to deny this, but the best thing about the Professor is his sense of humor. And in case you didn't know, I'm pretty sure his name is actually Dr. Perinkama. Perry Rinkama.
Wow, that's praise indeed. I agree with everything that she said except for one thing. I did not glue the googly eyes to the monuments. I've never glued googly eyes to anything. I don't know where she got that idea. I don't even own any googly eyes at all. So that's just ridiculous.
We suffer from a hallucination, from a false and distorted sensation of our own existence as living organisms. Most of us have the sensation that I myself is a separate center of feeling and action, living inside and bounded by the physical body, a center which confronts an external world of people and things, making contact through the senses with a universe both alien and strange. Everyday figures of speech reflect this illusion. I came into this world. You must face reality, the conquest of nature. This feeling of being lonely and very temporary visitors in the universe is in flat contradiction to everything known about man and the sciences. We do not come into this world, we come out of it, as leaves from a tree, as the ocean's waves. The universe is peoples. Every individual is an expression of the whole realm of nature, a unique action of the total universe. This fact is rarely, if ever, experienced by most individuals. Even those who know it to be true in theory do not sense or feel it, but continue to be aware of themselves as isolated egos inside bags of skin.
Wow. Okay, I think he was just quoting the British American philosopher Alan Watts just now. And if he used that quote to describe me, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I hope that was a compliment, because that's how I'm going to take it.
When I first saw the wizard, I must admit I was a bit startled, for he did appear from nowhere. But he did put me at ease right away, because he does always know what to say. And that is, I would say, my favorite thing about the wizard. If I had to guess what his name might be, I would say he does seem quite magical to me. So he deserves a wizardly name, like Alatar the All-Knowing.
Ah, yes. This was during the time I was journeying through fairyland, and I was doing some research, and I heard this beautiful, beautiful singing voice, and I met the Nightingale, and I told her I guess she kept referring to me as the wizard. I guess, I don't know if in fairyland they have professors there, but I never corrected her, so that's why she calls me the wizard, and I'm fine with that. I first met the professor when I interviewed him to be part of my YouTube channel initially, actually. And when I first saw him, I noticed that he was much smarter than I could ever be. That's the reason why I hired him. And my favorite thing about him was that he had the same type of tie as me. And that's why I initially thought his name was Professor Ducky, because he had a ducky tie on. But he recently started wearing different types of ties, so I'm not sure now. No. Still think his name is Professor Ducky. I'm sticking with that guess. I am very thankful to Miles of Magic for giving me the opportunity to work with him all these years, because he's given me the chance to do what I love, quote things. And it was actually Miles of Magic himself that inspired me to change my selection of ties, because I noticed that I only had one type of tie. So you can blame Miles of Magic for me changing my ties, or thank Miles of Magic, because it was a good choice.
We have learned lots of information about the professor today. However, there is still one question that remains unanswered. Professor, we have heard many guesses today, but now we must know, what is your real name?
Ah, there's the ultimate question. Well, Mac, the true answer is all of the people that we just talked to were correct, because they guessed correct on what my name is, because I respond to all those names. But my actual real birth given name is Desmond Vinson. Sorry, I think my right is here. Sorry. Bye.
Well, that was interesting. I hope you all enjoyed this. This is Max Tab signing off and sending it back to you guys in the studio.